Welcome to Cakebread Cellars. My name is Brian Streeter. I'm the culinary director here at the winery. This month we're going to prepare a recipe to feature Napa Valley Chardonnay. Recently my mother and her husband moved to Beaufort, South Carolina, and my family and I went to visit her this summer. One of the dishes we had when we were there was Frogmore stew, and it's a dish that is created in that area and really identified with low country cooking. We're going to prepare Frogmore stew, sometimes called Beaufort stew, or even low country boil. It has no frogs in it, and it really isn't a stew, but it is a great way to use ingredients from that area. Napa Valley Chardonnay is a wine that we've made from our founding in 1973. It's the wine that a lot of people know us for. The fruit for Napa Valley Chardonnay primarily comes from the southern end of the valley, a little bit closer to the San Pablo Bay. It's a little bit cooler there. Helps to really preserve the acidity and the nice brightness of the fruit. Once the fruit winds up at the winery, it's all night harvested. Winemaker ferments a juice primarily in small French oak barrels, and then about a third of that goes through malolactic fermentation. That gives it a little bit more creaminess. Stirring the lees periodically to add more creaminess to the wine and a little bit of yeasty note to it, so it gives the wine a lot more complexity to it. You need a pot that's large enough to accommodate all the ingredients that you're going to use for the Frogmore stew. And you're going to start with cold water, 3 or 4 potatoes per person. Season it with salt. Be pretty generous with the crab boil seasoning. A little bit of lemon juice for acidity. And we're going to bring this up to a simmer. Once it comes up to a simmer, cover it with a lid. Cook it for about 10 minutes, so potatoes are about halfway cooked. And we're going to add our next ingredients. All right. Yellow corn, we're going to shuck and get rid of the silks. And we're going to cut them into about 2-inch sections. Need a heavy knife to do so. Push down through the cob. Sausages, again, probably a couple 2-inch pieces. This particular brand, I'm just going to cut it into 3. We've got some peppers. Cut them in half. Get rid of the seeds. Sort of large 2-inch pieces. 1 Vidalia onion, nice sweet onion. About the same size as the pepper. You're looking for nice fresh shrimp. These are from Georgia, we got here on the West Coast. Traditionally cooked in the shell, which helps contribute flavor as well. And a lemon, and we're gonna serve aioli on the side. Potatoes are about halfway cooked. Then we're gonna add our next ingredients. Corn, add andouille sausage, and we're going to cook this for another 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, now we're going to add our shrimp, still in the shell, a little Vidalia onion and red peppers. Simmer this for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes seems like the vegetables we've taken a little bit of the crispness away from. The shrimp are cooked all the way through. After the shrimp are cooked, we're going to drain off the broth. We're going to put everything out onto a big platter, or if you really even more traditionally, you're going to serve your friends outdoors. Put down some newspaper on the table and just pour it directly on the table. It's going to make for a really great cleanup because everything just gets gathered and thrown in the garbage afterwards. Garnish with some lemon wedges. We're going to put a little bit of chopped parsley over the top and then serve this with some aioli to dip everything in, or melted butter or cocktail sauce. Thank you for joining me. To get the recipe, you can visit our website at cakebread.com.